I'm a master certified mindset coach for one of the most powerful reframing tools in the world. Now, what makes this tool so powerful is that we're not going to just change your thoughts, but we're actually looking to spark new feelings, which will then create new actions. And when your habits change, what you do on a daily basis, your results are inevitably going to change. I'm going to quickly break down the framework, and then I'm going to share 6 strategies to easily implement this on a daily basis so it actually sticks. Now, a lot of people can talk about these 6 strategies without understanding the framework. It's going to be completely ineffective. So the first thing you need to know, it's important to understand your thoughts are creating your results. I'm going to repeat that. Your thoughts are creating your results. And it really is as simple as that. Now, if you don't like what's happening in your life or in your business right now, we have to change your thoughts that are leading to those results. So everything that happens in your day-to-day is just a circumstance. There's nothing actually good or bad about it until we have a thought about that circumstance. So it's not what is happening to you, it's how you respond. So a circumstance is a fact. 100% of the population would agree for that to be true. From that circumstance, we have a thought about it, good or bad. That thought sparks a feeling. That feeling causes us to do something or sometimes not take action, right? And then that action or lack of action gives us a result. Now, I want to show you an example. Here's a negative thought process. The circumstance is a customer asks for a refund. Your thought is like, oh, she's just trying to scam me, right? The feeling is, I'm angry now. The action is maybe I refuse to give her a refund. I get into an argument with her. I spend tons of time going back and forth and venting to my husband and talking to my team members about it. The result is I lose the customer. They left me a bad review. I lost more money than just that person's refund because of the bad press, right? That is an example of what can happen in your day-to-day as running a business. Now let's go to the opposite. The same circumstance, a customer asks for a refund. Your thought is, I want to understand where we went wrong. You're feeling curious. So your action is you start asking her questions. You find out the full story. There's a neutral conversation. No one's yelling. No one's argumentative. The result is you actually offered her a full refund and an opportunity to try you out again. She agrees, no bad press, and you have a customer for life. Look at the difference in the outcomes. One is a 7-figure business owner, and the other is most likely the statistic that goes out of business year 1. Now, I'm going to actually dive in to 6 strategies to help you reprogram your mind. And since we've covered the framework, you're going to understand how and why this is actually going to work this time. Number 1, experience the feeling before it actually happens. A lot of people talk about visualization. Let's explain why it's so powerful. So you want to actually close your eyes and imagine your ideal, maybe financial situation in the next 12 months. You want to engage all of those senses. You want to see your business being successful. Feel the satisfaction. Pretend like you can actually see that bank account, right? Hear like the sounds of success. Now, why is this important? Because if we know that a thought sparks a feeling and that feeling will inspire action, if you visualize and feel that feeling, it will make you do the work. It will be easier to do the work. So if you think, oh, visualization, like what a scam, what a just a woo-woo topic, it actually is going to be scientific, right? You're going to feel a certain way and then say, let's get to work. Number 2, scrap the positive affirmations and start creating bridge thoughts. Positive affirmations are probably the least effective strategy without the framework. Because if you say positive affirmations, but you don't actually believe it, it doesn't matter how many times you say it in the mirror. So if you say, I'm a money magnet, and you repeat that every single day, and you're broke. If you say that out loud, I'm a money magnet, you know what your brain says? No, you're not. We're broke. So this is where you want to start to think about what we call a bridge thought. A bridge thought is incredibly important. So the question is, what do you actually believe that will get you taking action? So saying I'm a money magnet probably isn't going to help you feel in a positive way because your brain is disagreeing. So what can you say? What is that bridge thought we can come up with. So sometimes for me, when I don't fully believe it yet, I can just say something like, I'm committed to becoming a money magnet. I'm committed to figuring it out, right? So that part I do believe. Like, I might not be there yet, but I know I have what it takes to get there. So what is the bridge thought you can be thinking of? Hey, are you a business owner that's looking to not just increase their revenue, but actually have it positively impact your profit without you working more? Because let's be honest, there isn't any more time in the day. If so, I want to invite you to my free training called Protect Your Profit. I'm going to be breaking down our 3-part well-oiled operations framework. We're going to be going over the plan, the people, and the process. This training is completely free. We've already had over 100,000 small business owners join us, as this is one of our most popular trainings in Your Unlock, because we've got another one coming up very soon and it will be live. The strategy I'll share in this training is how we landed on the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies in America list the last 2 years in a row. And I'll show you how to create a winning team of revenue generators, people that actually make you money, not cost you money, even if you don't think you can afford it. Go to welloiledclass.com and get registered for free. You'll walk away from this session with strategies you can actually implement and apply immediately, as well as I'll be gifting my 16-page hiring handbook, how to recruit, hire, and train top-tier talent. So come hang out with me and a few other 100 small business owners who are all looking to scale their business while scaling back their time. So get signed up for free at welloiledclass.com or click the link in the show notes, and I will see you there. Number 3, belief and thought reframing. So our brains are so negative. We say negative thoughts all day long. It is wired to go to the negative. So I want you to start to catch what you're thinking and ask yourself, what can I swap it out with? So remember, I shared with you the negative thought and how it's going to destroy your business. And then we have the positive thought that's going to propel it. So when you catch that negative thought, because it's still going to happen, you're still going to naturally go to the negative. I want you to stop and pause and ask yourself, wow, look what I just did. What can I swap it out with? So even small things like, well, if we hit our goals this month versus when we hit our goals this month. So think about creating positive counter statements every time. So things like there's never enough money left over becomes opportunities are abundant. I need more clients becomes I have an incredible offer and I can help people. Number 4, goal setting with a twist. So we want to set goals as if they've already happened. So as I was climbing certain milestones, I would say things like, I'm a $100,000 a month business owner before I ever hit 7 figures. Then all of a sudden it was like, I'm a $300,000 business owner, right? So you want to start to say things and start to identify as if it's already happened. Because if I want to hit that goal, I need to start acting as if I've already hit that goal. So instead of saying, I want to do XYZ, I'm going to say something like, I've increased my business revenue by 50% in 2025. So write them out, put them on a Post-it, someplace you're going to see them daily. Number 5, swap the big for small. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, a lot of times we are going for such big milestones. We want to go bigger, better, faster next year. And what happens is we're so focused and fixated on what we're after that we can't see what we've done. And gratitude is such an important part of this. So when I'm talking about that feeling sparks an action, if you're feeling grateful, you're going to have a lot better action than if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling entitled, right? So you really want to ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Even if it wasn't a great day, what was something that I can recognize? Whether this is a daily rhythm for you, maybe it's a weekly rhythm, monthly, quarterly, annually, how can you constantly reflect on what was good? Remember, our brains are primed to go negative. So it's really easy to say, but I didn't hit that goal. Well, yeah, but maybe you grew 20% this year, right? Maybe you didn't grow the 25% you wrote on a piece of paper, but there was still major growth. I work with a lot of business owners, and a lot of times they can't see the good. We actually had somebody say how they made $30,000 in their business last week from doing something that we call a reactivation campaign. And our coach said to her, tell me what happened this week. Tell me any wins. And she was like, I mean, we made 30,000 like doing that campaign you gave." And she was not excited and not happy. And he's like, "Why did you say it like that?" And she's like, "Well, I mean, that was great, but we still have to make XYZ to hit this goal. And, it's just not going to be what we thought it was going to be." This is where you will go wrong. She should be like, "Oh my goodness, we did a brand new strategy. We got out of your program. We made $30,000 last week." That's we're on our way to hitting that goal, right? So one person's going to feel motivated and inspired, right? That gratitude practice is going to keep you moving. When you're constantly negative and, "Oh, this isn't working, and I just hired somebody and she's not that great and I think I have to fire her," and it's just, versus, "You know what, I hired somebody, but 2 weeks in, I'm already noticing it wasn't the right hire. Wow, 6 months ago when I hired people and I didn't realize they weren't a good fit, they stayed for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and I overpaid," right? So get excited about the little things, because those little things will turn into bigger things. So we want to feel the emotion of appreciation deeply, and we want to feel it every single day. Remember that your feelings will change your actions. So how can you get out of a negative feeling into a positive feeling? If you only see what you haven't done or what you don't have, you will stay stuck in that negativity. Number 6, practice makes perfect. So we want to be mentally rehearsing over and over and over again. This is similar to visualizing, but you can visualize one time and be done. Mentally rehearsing is really practice, practice, practice. We need to reprogram the brain and step in to this new version you are becoming. So imagine closing a big deal. Imagine implementing a successful marketing strategy and watching those receipts come through maybe your email or your Stripe account. See yourself making wise investments. See yourself on that stage getting clapped for by hundreds or thousands of people. So we want to make sure it's not just a one and done strategy, but you're actually picking your top 2, 3, 4 things that you want to see happen this year, and you're mentally rehearsing it over and over and over. Because what happens is that stays in your brain and you will know how to execute it once you're actually doing it. I was actually a dancer for many years, and one of the things that we would do is we would mentally rehearse the dance. Like there would be times we would do it full out and would be exhausted and could barely breathe. And instead of doing it again, we would just sit down, close our eyes, listen to the music, and we would replay it over and over and over in our head. And we were mentally rehearsing for that specific dance. This works in all areas of your life. All right, so to recap the framework, a circumstance happens. It is a fact. It is neutral. 100% of people would agree. Your thought about it, right, could be negative or positive. That thought is going to spark a feeling. You are going to feel a certain way, and that feeling is going to cause you to take action or sometimes take inaction. So when you're overwhelmed, you're sometimes paralyzed and you don't do anything. So sometimes a feeling causes actually no action to happen. That action or inaction is going to give you a result. Now, this doesn't stop you from thinking negatively. I don't want you thinking this is this magic formula that once you know it, the negative thoughts go away. No, negative thoughts are constantly still happening in my head. It would be really hard for them to completely go away, because there are things that I still look at and go, "Oh, why am I not further ahead? Why is she not getting this?" Right? So what you want to start to do is you want to catch the negative thought as fast as you can. You're going to start to think, "Oh, wow, I am saying negative thoughts and it's okay," but you want to catch it and swap it for a positive one. The more often you do this, the faster your reality is going to change. So think about something that you complained about in the last 24 hours. And trust me, you have said many complaints or thought many complaints in the last 24 hours. Now, write out what has already happened. Ask yourself, what was the circumstance? What was the thing that 100% of people believe? It is a fact. It could be proven in court that that is a fact. What is the thing that happened? From there, how did you think about that specific thing? What was the thought that came to mind? And with that thought, then what happened in your feeling and your action and your result? Write it out. And then, so it's already happened. It's done. You've already done it in the last 24 hours. Now ask yourself, how could I have changed the outcome? So instead of thinking this, what else could I have thought? And then start working through that. If I thought this, I feel this way. And that feeling, it's causing me to want to do X, Y, Z. right? And you can start to play out what you believe the result will be when you go down a different path. Now, imagine if you did this activity every single night before bed. This is actually what I suggest all of my clients do. So every night, I actually give them a journal that has these prompts inside. And every night before they go to sleep, they need to look at something negative that happened. I coach business owners. Trust me, they have lots of negative things that have happened, lots of problems that have popped up. So every night before bed, they're looking at how they reacted and what happened and what they could do next time to get stronger. So every single day, they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Yes, they still have negative beliefs, but those negative beliefs are quickly being caught and reframed into a positive way. If you could do this daily for 30 days in a row, you will see significant shifts to your wealth mindset. Now, remember, reprogramming your mind is about consistency and belief. So by dedicating just, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, you're going to be laying the foundation for a prosperous year ahead. So come back to this video daily and let's start reprogramming your mind.